Red Bull Arena for today's New York Cup press conference featuring the New York Red Bulls and Arsenal FC. Also, thank you for everyone out there joining us on NewYorkRedBulls.com. On my left is New York Red Bulls head coach Mike Petke, and a familiar face to many Arsenal fans and people who've been following the club. All-time leading goal scorer Thierry. Now, before we start, just a couple notes. Kickoff for the New York Cup for the Red Bulls and Arsenal will be at 5 o'clock on Saturday. Match will be televised live on ESPN2 and ESPN Deportes. Also, if you can keep your phones on silent, I would appreciate doing that right now. With that being said, we'll start, and I'll firstly ask Mike his thoughts on the friendly on Saturday, and then Thierry, your thoughts on facing your former club. So, Mike, if you could go ahead, please.
Well, welcome, everybody. This is going to be the easiest press conference for me because I'm sure there won't be one question for me, as there probably shouldn't with Thierry sitting up here in this event. But it's going to be a great night Saturday night. I think it's phenomenal for the club, the organization, the players, the league as a whole. To have a club like Arsenal, one of the best clubs in history in the world, come in here and play against us, it's going to be an exciting event. I'm somewhat a little relieved that they're early in their preseason. Hopefully they have a little bit of tired legs, but they're a great club, obviously, and I know it's a special night for us. It's certainly, as much as Thierry will play it down, certainly a special night for Thierry. And if we could bend the international friendly rules, we would have loved Thierry to play a little bit for both teams, but they won't allow that. But it's going to be an exciting night. We're very excited about it, happy, and we're looking forward to it.
And Thierry, just your thoughts on playing.
Hi everyone. I mean, for me, it's like it's going to be weird, but it's like being in training. I train with them off season, so well, the thing that I'm happy about is for the US fans to be able to see Arsenal and some of the kids also in our squad to be able to play against them, because some of the guys were not here yet when we played Arsenal at the Emirates. So. I think it will be a great thing for them to play against a team that has the quality of Arsenal Football Club.
Thanks, Thierry. Just to know, in today's proceedings, after this press conference, we will have a quick photo op on the third level platform right outside here, and then Arsenal's press conference will start. So with that, we'll open the questions. Please use a microphone being passed around before you ask your question. So if there's anybody right up front here.
Thierry, it's Carl Article from Sky Sports in the UK. What do you make of the news that Frank Lampard is coming to play in the MLS?
I just thought that we were going to talk about the game. That is of my club. You should ask them.
Next question. Yep.
Thierry, what's the emotion like for you? I mean, do you feel anything going into this game facing Arsenal?
I did when I had to play at the Emirates. This is different. We're gonna be home here, and you know, a lot of the fans are going to come and watch the game. I know that. But like I said to you, you know, I go there every year to train. So the opportunity to see those guys, and it wasn't like the same like in 2012 or even 11. Sorry, when we went for the Emirates Cup, if I remember well. I didn't see them for a while, so the emotion was bigger going back in London. It's different. Like I said before, for me, it's a great opportunity for some of the youngsters to play against those guys.
The next question. Yep, in the back.
Thierry, what is the thought for you when you look across the pitch in game and see that familiar red jersey as an opponent?
Well, it's a friendly game, so it's different. You know, it's. For us, my mind is on Salt Lake, to be honest with you. I know there is a game on Saturday. I know it's going to be all nice and everything, but you know, all I know is on Saturday, sorry, we're not going to get 3 points if you win. You know, so yeah, it is nice. It'll be a game against Arsenal. You know, I know all those guys, but it's a friendly game. So hopefully, it's going to be a nice break for us from the league. To be able to enjoy the game a bit, you know, with the fans, and being able to perform against Arsenal. Try to give them a good game because they came here, you know, to prepare the season. But like I said, you know, we're not going to get 3 points at the end of the game, so it's fun the game.
Okay, Dan.
Mike, your one question. How does it feel, because you've played in these friendlies before, remember Santos to open up Red Bull Arena, Juventus that same year, and of course the first time as a head coach last year against Olympique Lyonnais. How exciting is it for you personally, when you were a player and now as a coach, to have these clubs come over and to face them in these friendlies?
Well, to be honest with you, I'm going to reiterate what Thierry just said, because I couldn't agree more, is that it's a nice thing, but at the end of the day, you know, we're judged on results in the league. So obviously it's exciting for the fans. It's good to test yourself against great competition like Arsenal will be. Play against a team you've never played against, or play a different style in a different league. But at the end of the day, it's a glamour thing. It really is, for the league, for the fans, the supporters, and I hope they enjoy it. And it's exciting, like was said before, for young guys to go up and see what that level is like. But Wednesday's important. Saturday night's fun. Saturday night's exciting. Wednesday and on, it is important.
Take the next question. Yep, right here.
Thierry, obviously Arsenal are early in their pre-season stages, but they've made two important signings in Alexis Sanchez and Debussy. How do you think their squad are shaping up going into the new season?
The boss is going to be here soon. You're going to have to ask him. I'm only a fan. I hope they win the league.
Christian, right up here.
Mike, your second question. What, if anything, are the benefits from playing on Saturdays? Is it for the younger players, or would you rather not have a match like this at all at this point, have the weekend off and be able to focus on the league?
That's a good question.
Listen, this is a big game for the club, all right? For the league and people looking at this. So at the end of the day, I'm hoping to get young guys in at some point, but we're looking to use this as a springboard into Salt Lake game. Having said that, we'll see how the game goes. It opens up, and we'll see where we're going to take it from halftime on.
Over here, then Franco.
Thierry, what is your fondest memory in your time as a gunner?
Wearing the shirt. It was a privilege for me. I said I understood when I left and I came back to play that those 7-8 games that I played, how important it was to wear the shirt. So for me, it will be that. I will leave it there. Wearing the Arsenal shirt for me was the most important thing, and was just unbelievable. I felt like a different man with that shirt.
Franco.
Mike, second question for you.
Third.
Thanks, bud.
You talked earlier in the week about talking to Thierry and figuring out how many minutes you would give him. Obviously not 90 this weekend. Have you had the discussion and figured out how many minutes he'll play on Saturday?
I mean, it's never easy to sit back and say 2 days before the game or a week before the game, I'm going to play you exactly this many minutes. I'm going to play this player this many minutes. So what I said to Thierry was, and he agreed, and he was good with it, which was nice. Come the 60th minute, I want to see how he feels, you know. And from that point on, it could be 60, it could be 65, it could be 67.5 minutes. But he's definitely not going to play 90. But it all depends on how he feels in the moment. If he's running around and really enjoying it and feeling good, might give him a little extra. If not, around the 60th minute mark, I think would be the most intelligent thing to do. But we'll see what happens.
Yeah, in the back there.
Yeah, Coach. Adam Beatty from MLS Insider. What is your favorite individual moment from Thierry's career at Arsenal?
2 weeks ago when he came in the locker room and went absolutely berserk at halftime, and it woke the players up before I even got in there. So that might be it. But on a playing note, I mean, obviously you look at all the highlights. Everybody's seen him, the goals that he scored around the world. I like the corner kick goal that he scored for the Red Bulls. Was that last year or the year before? Last year?
No, the year before.
Year before.
Last year.
Corner kick. Oh, for Arsenal?
Yeah.
For two.
Man, the goal he scored against Man United, of course. When he flipped it up, turned, and put it over Barthez. Got to be the all-time best.
Yeah, Scott.
Thierry, Scott Blumenthal from SNTV in the back. Just a quick question. You've seen RBA at its best. You've seen the Emirates at its best. Gooners are coming from around the world for this match. How can you compare the two arenas, the atmospheres?
You forgot my beloved Highbury. Yeah, exactly. Never mind. But that is it. Actually, we can leave it there. I mean, I think hopefully the stadium will be full, and it will be, not having a go, but it will be a first for us, right? So it will be enjoyable if everybody can come and support us too, not only Arsenal, although I don't mind that. But no, I mean, it's what you make and what you do on the field that will make, the stadium vibrate. So hopefully we can do that on Saturday.
Any other question? There is one. Just in front here.
Might be a long shot here, but how close have you paid attention to some of the younger guys that Arsenal has coming up? Whether these are players that you've talked about with Arsenal, or whether these are...
I don't have that power, man. I know some of those guys, like I said to you, because I go. Sometimes I train with them in January or December. You have a lot of good players, young players in the squad coming. You will see them on Saturday. Obviously, everybody expects like the big names and everything. I know some are missing, but you will see a lot of young and good players. You don't see them during the year because some of them sometimes go on loan to try to get some minutes. But I can tell you, you have a lot of quality in that squad. Hopefully, we won't see that too much on Saturday, but it's good for the club.
I guess then the follow-up is whether you know anything at all about a young German-American player, Gideon Zeldin, at all.
Everybody knows him. Quality, good on the ball, great vision. He's the talker. Everybody's talking about him. It's not an easy place to break into the first squad of Arsenal, but he surely has the quality and the right boss to make sure that he can do it. So hopefully for us as an Arsenal fan, he can perform and be a great player for us.
Right here.
MLS obviously growing in this country. We're coming off the World Cup. There's a lot of excitement for either of you. Is this the kind of match that can keep that momentum going here in this country? It's the excitement of soccer here.
Mike first.
I mean, and to be honest with you, from this moment on, any game is going to help. Any game that we could get fans out to and supporters out to. I argue all the time that, where this league's at, 18 years in, it's grown faster than from what I understand, almost any league in the history of the world. In 18 years, what this league has done, took NFL, Major League Baseball and stuff, decades and decades. So yes, maybe in the American pecking order, we're not there. And will the Arsenal-New York Red Bull match help it? I don't think it'll hurt it. But I think that it's going to be really come down to the domestic league. And if we do get a full house this weekend, how many of those come back to play when we play New England the following Saturday, or Kansas City the following week after that? I think that's what it comes down to.
You agree with that?
Oh, totally. I mean, of course it is important to get a team like Arsenal, like United yesterday night on Man City against Kansas City, and United obviously against the LA Galaxy. But I'll go back to what Mike said. How do you bring the people that are coming on Saturday back to the New England game?
Right here.
Thierry, this one's for you. Right here.
Yeah.
If this upcoming game against Arsenal were to be your last game against Arsenal, the last time you faced them, what would it mean to you?
No, it is not the last game. It's difficult to project yourself in something that's not happening. It's not my last game, so I don't know.
Facing Arsenal, I meant.
Oh, I know, but I don't, if I knew that was going to be my last game, I would tell you my feelings, but I'm not there.
Over there in the corner.
Mike, this is Scott Phillips from Business of Soccer. You obviously have a lot of difficult roster decisions to make this weekend, and given the number of teams that are coming over to train in the summer, do you think it's possible for the league to take a break for these kind of friendlies?
You mean interrupt the league play based around these friendlies?
They don't for the World Cup already, so
we don't
why would they for that?
Yeah, we don't for the World Cup. We don't for most FIFA dates. So no, I mean I think that's probably at the bottom of their to-do list. To be honest with you, would I rather play Salt Lake next Saturday than this Wednesday? Absolutely. You know, we actually moved the Houston game we were supposed to play this weekend. Pray they're ready so we could fit the Arsenal game in. So. I mean, that's the tough thing, you know? I mean, to balance minutes for players, knowing we have the league coming up, but also knowing perception-wise, I have bosses to answer to. You know, if it was to come down to 7-0 like we saw last night, it wouldn't be good. It wouldn't be good for me. So, you know, that's the difficult part. I really wish that we didn't have a Wednesday game, but we do. So, you know, we make do with what we have to deal with, and we'll get on with it.
Anything else? All right, well, thank you very much for joining us for this portion of the press conference. The Arsenal press conference will start at approximately 3 o'clock. We'll have a photo op. You can go out the doors in the back to the right if you want to take that shot with